According to Mr. Beast, for a video to go viral on YouTube, you need to tick 3 boxes. First is the idea. It needs to be unique and something that no one has thought of. Second is the title and thumbnail. It needs to stand out and grab attention. And third is the intro. It needs to pay off the title and thumbnail and give the person exactly what they're expecting when they click on the video. So using those 3 criteria, today we're going to watch 5 small YouTubers to figure out who has potential to be the next big star. So the first small creator that I see is Sam Hawkins, posted 3 days ago, has 406 views. I trained at the lowest and highest gym in 24 hours. The idea is subjective because it is about gym. So if you're not interested in gym, obviously it won't be for you. Does that have potential to go viral? Of course it does. There's a lot of people that are getting tens of millions of views for gym videos. For the idea, out of 5, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Purely because it is subjective and may not be for everyone. Next, the title and thumbnail. So he's showing a map. He's showing a start and finish line. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, that's not always a bad thing. That can sometimes actually be a benefit if it doesn't make sense. But in this case, if he's a small channel, I don't know if putting him in the video, in the image, is benefiting it. The reason for this is we don't know who he is. Right next to it, you can see Italian Batch. On the other side, Will and E. Those are recognizable faces. That's why they put their self in the image. With him, I fear that small creator, we don't know who he is, so it's not really important. However, the map does make sense. It does work nicely with the title. So with that in mind, I am going to give him extra points. I'm going to give him a nice 3 out of 5. Solid idea. It's very clear. Lastly is the intro. So let's take a look at the first 15 or so seconds of his video.
The UK is a pretty small country, like very small. But although it is small, it's home to over 7,000 gyms across the country. But only one burning question comes to mind. Is it possible to train at the highest point and the lowest point in just one day? Well, me and my buddy Jordan decided to find this out. The task at hand is simple.
That's the intro. Did it get me excited? No. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I like the idea. It didn't get me excited. It was a lot of popping from the editor, but I feel like there could have been more at stake. There could have been more, telling us how far the highest and lowest points is. Because at the moment, for me, I'm thinking the highest points is the mountain and the lowest points is literally the sea that's next to the mountain. So that's the idea that I have. That's not going to be hard to train if you just find a mountain. If he's referring to the UK, then maybe there's a gym in these separate places. There's a lot that's been left open here. And I think because of that, it's not really getting me excited to carry on watching. Also, he set a limit of 24 hours. Whereas if I found the highest place today, 6 p.m., I have until 6 p.m. tomorrow to find the lowest place. UK is not that big. You can get a train. I don't know if that's too much of or not enough of a risk. So for that, I'm going to give the intro a 2. Purely because it wasn't enough information and it didn't get me excited to watch the rest of the video. That brings his total out of a possible 15 to 8 out of 15. On to the next video. Here we have Camera Collective. His video has 774 views in the last 2 days. The ultimate wildlife and sports lens. Meet the Sigma, 300 to 600 mil, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first up, the idea. This is clearly just a product review. It's not a new idea, but what it will do is it will get people who are interested in photography to click on the video. And there is a huge photography niche on YouTube. Given that it's in the photography niche and that is massive on YouTube, and it is a product review, possibly a new product, I think for the idea, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Next, the title and thumbnail. So the ultimate wildlife and sports lens, ? Meet the Sigma 300 to 600 mil. Now, the thumbnail I think is brilliant. It shows the product. It shows how big it is against this person. obviously the creator himself. Not a recognizable face, same situation as the last one, but the lens is what takes up most of the space here. So for thumbnail, perfect. Title, it's a bit much. It feels like it was ChatGPT written to me. So I will dock points for the title. The title can be better, can be a lot better, can get people excited. Maybe saying, is this your next lens? Something to give us a little bit more reason to click on the video. At the moment, he's just saying, okay, cool, this is a new lens, this is going to be a product review, which is probably why it doesn't have a lot of views. So title and thumbnail, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It would have been a 5 based on just the thumbnail, but the title really let him down. Now it's time for the intro.
Hey everyone, I'm Sabi from Camera Collective, and in this video I'm introducing a real powerhouse, the latest 300 to 600mm f4 sports lens from Sigma, so let's get into it.
So 40-second intro for a 10-minute video. Definitely dock some points there. I don't think it needs to be that long. Maybe those photos he took, if he could flash through those, cut down 20 seconds. I think it would have been perfect. Another thing is he introduced himself first, which is fine, especially once you're a bigger creator. But I feel like with the 751 subscribers that he has at the moment, he doesn't need to do that. We aren't clicking for him at the moment. Okay, so intro-wise, he's wasted space by introducing himself, who we don't know, and we don't know if we're even going to watch him again. What he did after that, explaining the camera and how he was going to look at it, I think that was brilliant. He gave all the information. He explained what he was going to do in the video, and it got me excited to see if this would be my next lens that I could buy. The issue is that after that, he then showed a 25-second montage of him taking the photos, which is fun, but I'm clicking off because I'm here to hear about the lens. Intro had brilliant points, had some not so great points. For the intro, I'm giving him a 3 out of 5. That means Camera Collective, currently you're in first place and you could be the next big creator. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to scroll down, leave a like, scroll back up, carry on watching. Thank you so much. This one, I'll be honest, was a bit hard for me to spot in the first place. It doesn't stand out, but we'll get into that. Next up, we have Kierran Allen starting a vlog with the new Canon EOS R50V, double exclamation point. It currently has 254 views in 3 days. So maybe it's a camera review. I'm just guessing that it's the new Canon R50V, just based on what I can see. And also, if I'm not following Kierran Allen, if I don't know who he is, do I want to watch a vlog? If I don't know the person's life, I think, especially today, maybe 10 years ago, seeing vlog in the title was a good thing. Today, I don't think anyone wants to watch someone vlog if they don't know who it is. Small creators, no one's interested in your life, unfortunately. So for the idea, it looks like it's just a vlog and a camera review. Kierran Allen, I'm giving you a 2 out of a possible 5 for the idea. Next up, we have the title and thumbnail. Let's start with the title, starting a vlog with the new Canon EOS R50V. Now this is in the camera niche, which is quite big on YouTube. So someone searching the brand of the camera for reviews on it might see this. However, like I've just mentioned, the vlog portion of it might turn them away from it. Unless I'm a follower of Kierran Allen and I see starting a new vlog, then I might watch it. Let's look at the thumbnail. So we've got Canon at the top grabbing attention. We've got him sitting there. Once again, if you're a small creator, putting yourself in the thumbnail, I don't think is necessary. We need to try and grab attention of what we are reviewing, what we are doing in the video. For him, he's on an island. It's a vlog. I'm expecting to see a vlog here where he's talking about the camera. It makes sense. It's just not for me. And I don't think it's for a lot of people, which is probably why it stopped at 254 views. Title and thumbnail, I'm going to give you a 1 out of 5 for that one. I don't know if you can see it. Now, I'm really hoping he can pull it back with the intro, so let's take a look.
Okay, so you've all seen the EOS R50V, but now it's time to use it for its core function, and obviously that's vlogging. Tete and myself have chatted about putting a vlog together or documenting our stuff, not day by day, maybe month by month, and all the cool adventures we go on. So this vlog right here is day one of Sean Teasy and Karizi with the R50V.
It started off saying we've all seen the R50. No, we haven't. I haven't. And that's the problem, is that you're expecting that people have seen it. If he had said, I'm putting the R50 to use in this video, that's getting me excited because I'm going to see him test the new camera that I maybe want to buy. So it's a bit of a tough intro. I won't say it's a terrible intro. He gave us a lot of points and he did speak clearly. He did seem a bit out of breath, which apparently Mr. Beast says that knocks people, that kicks people away from your video. Considering it is a vlog video, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5. Kieran, that gives you a 6 out of 15 total score for your video. Next, we have Luke Palms. Currently has 94 views in 4 days. How I built a clothing brand from scratch. And then in the thumbnail, it says, I quit Formula One to build a clothing brand. Now, the thumbnail is great, but we'll get into the idea first. So, how I built a clothing brand from scratch. This, I think, is a brilliant idea. A lot of people are trying to be entrepreneurs. They're trying to build a brand. They're trying to start things themselves so that they can get out the grind. They can quit the 9 to 5. With that, I think this is a good idea. I feel like, unfortunately, the execution, as we can see, is not paid off. So for that, for the idea, because you are teaching people how to build a brand, I'm hoping I'm going to give you a solid 4 out of 5 for the idea. Next, we're going to look at the title and thumbnail, how I built a clothing brand from scratch. That's great. I would have liked it if it was more directed at someone teaching someone how to do it, or maybe getting someone else involved. How do you get someone else? How does someone else replicate this? If you could put that in the title, that would be fantastic. The thumbnail says, I quit Formula One to build a clothing brand. Okay, so because I know Formula One, I know that he was part of the crew, not a driver. So it's a bit misleading because you think he's saying he was a driver. It's also misleading because you would think that McLaren, who's the colors that they're using, his clothes are being used by McLaren. I don't know if that's the case. Let's go back to basics. Is it eye-catching? No, because the white text on a white background is not eye-catching at all. So docking points for that. Does it work with the title? It does, but it's misleading because it makes me think that his clothing brand is sponsored McLaren, or he's making all the clothes for McLaren. Whereas the video next to it means it might not be. So there's a lot of clashing over here. Title and thumbnail, unfortunately, he gets a 2 out of 5. Next is the intro. So let's take a look and see if there's a reason why this brilliant idea hasn't got as many views as we had hoped.
Yeah, I quit Formula One to start a clothing brand, and a month ago it officially...
Okay, so before I carry on, sorry, it's taken 20 seconds before he started talking. 20 seconds is massive when it comes to virality. No one who doesn't know him is sitting through 20 seconds of a video, waiting for him to say something. He's in the woods. He's putting a chair there. He's got some hoodie hanging up. For me, cut all of that 20 seconds out. Let's just listen to how long the intro is from now, I suppose.
Clothing brand, and a month ago it officially launched. Let's go through the story leading up to this point. I was on a road trip down the Great Ocean Road in southern Australia, and I just bought a fresh pair of trainers the week before. I bought myself this lovely pair of bright white running shoes. And for whatever reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to wear my new white trainers.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. So I think we've identified the problem here, unfortunately, is that it's emotional storytelling that is going on. If I'm clicking on this expecting for me to figure out how I can start my clothing brand, right? That was the idea, is that you built a clothing brand from scratch. How can I replicate that? How can I do that too? Okay, you're giving me 20 seconds of nothing. Then you're giving me what feels like 10 years of your life. When virality speaking, I've already clicked off at this point, and most people have, which is probably the reason. Also, really quickly, he goes from this exciting, I quit Formula One to do this. There's even a build-up in the sound design, but then it cuts to emotional music where there's an actual person singing over your speaking. Realistically speaking, cut all that out. I'm not trying to be offensive. But for the intro, which we can obviously all guess, I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. Luke Palms, that gives you a total score of 7 out of 15. Before we watch the last video, please make sure you are subscribed below so that you can see any future videos similar to this one. Next, we have Colmanation Media with 506 views in 2 days. The idea, let's dig into it. Just go make art, just go make art. I'm assuming this is going to be an inspirational video. It's going to be a video explaining how this person's life has changed thanks to art, and you should do the same, which is a good idea. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Having an inspirational video is a great idea, especially fitness inspiration. Those kind of videos do really well on YouTube. People are able to watch them, rewatch them, use it as motivation to help them get better in life. So maybe it's the same thing. So for that, just based on what I can see, the idea I do think is a good idea. I'm giving you a solid 4 out of 5. Next, we have the title and thumbnail. So title, just go make art, is repeated in the thumbnail. This is a waste of space. You're literally you're saying the same thing twice, and it's unnecessary. It's not adding anything. In fact, it's taking away, because it feels like there's a lack of creativity or a lack of want to do better or give out more information. So I think if he had done whatever the art piece is that he's going to explain, if he had done that in a creative way in the thumbnail, it would be fantastic. Even if you look at a movie trailer, the thumbnail for a movie trailer is something from the movie, and then the title of the video is the title of the movie trailer. So even in like the highest of high production value, which we would consider art, they're using the opportunity given to them to give the viewers more than what you are able to. Title and thumbnail do not grab attention, and they get a 1 out of 5. And lastly, we have the intro. Now, the intro, I'm assuming, is really good considering it has 500 views. So let's take a look.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I just wanted to remind you of something. Something you already know.
I'm going to stop it there. I think it was a really good intro. I feel motivated already. Considering I went into the video expecting it to be a motivational, inspirational type of video, I can relate to this intro. It was a bit dragged out. There was a second there where I was like, is he going to say anything? After he said, hey, you, and then it was like, okay, what's next? I understand from an artistic standpoint, you got to get your pacing right. But considering he has 181 subscribers, considering that the title and thumbnail did not do him justice at all, the people that did watch probably watched quite a decent way through because of that intro. So I'm going to give him high points for that. I just feel like we could have maybe sped up the intro a little bit quicker and then slowed it down towards the end of the video. Obviously, artistic rendition is completely up to the creator, but in terms of virality, if you want this to be a viral YouTube video, we want that intro to be quick. We want it to hit. What we want to do is have them hooked early on, and then the people that are engaged will get them to watch the rest of the video, even if the pacing slows down. We need it to be hard hitting and fast. It's a 4-minute video. You can't have 2 or 3 seconds of dead space. Intro was good, but he is getting knocked some points for that. For the intro, Colin, you get a 4 out of 5. This brings your total to a 9 out of 15, which is brilliant. And I think if you fix your title and thumbnail, this would be a brilliant video. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, so if you want to submit below your latest video, I can add it into the next one and I can rank you as well, if you're interested. So now we have watched all 5 and we have a very clear winner. The winner and the channel that you should subscribe to is Camera Collective. All links are linked below to all the videos. Go subscribe to all the creators, but well done to Camera Collective. Obviously some points that you can work on there, but really good video. And thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and goodbye.